YouTube. We're at the very top of Magnolia Road, the steepest road in America. I'm gonna hit the light, and we're gonna do a little night driving on a dirt road in Colorado. This is not the steep part of the steepest road in America. This is just, it's probably, I don't know, maybe 10 miles of Magnolia Road that is after the steepest part of the road, and that's where we are. We are on the part that goes to Ned, except that we are going away from Ned. So yeah, it's early in the morning. It's coming up on twilight, but it's still very dark outside. It's very, very cold up here in these mountains in the wintertime. And I've got the high beams on and the fog lights. I'll show you with the fog lights off. Okay, there, you can kind of see the fog lights going off. There's no lights at all. That's just the rollers. This is just parking lights with rollers, and there's the fog lights with parking lights and rollers, and there's the headlights. So it's a 98F 150 two-wheel drive, and I've got a job that I've been doing, sort of a night shift on kind of thing. Not exactly night shift. I do construction, so I'm an electrician, and I don't traditionally work at night, but this job just seems to be the way it goes. And even when I try to get out of there, like by midnight or whatever, it's always good to do as much as you can while you're on the job, and so that's what I end up doing. And it takes longer than I want, because everything in the mountains takes longer than you want it to. It's just the nature of living up here. Traffic's slower, roads are dirt, a lot of them. The driveways are steep and snowy. You can't even get in and out of the driveway I live at without tire chains. I don't have the tire chains on right now, and I'm doing fine, but when I get home, I'm gonna put tire chains on my truck just for like 100 yards of driveway, and that's I'm not exaggerating. That's just the way it is. And putting tire chains on and off a truck 2 to 4 times a day is it's a good time, man. It's time consuming, and it's a pain in the ass. And the chains break, and they turn into flails on the truck. And yeah, I just thought I'd give up some nighttime footage here. There's here comes oncoming traffic. See, and that's why I have the rollers on, because at least they can see me, and can at least anticipate another vehicle coming, because you just can't see it up here. You can't see it coming. You don't know. You might see the headlights. You might think they're your headlights reflecting off of something, and you don't know. If you see that roller coming across your field of vision, you're gonna know that that's not a vehicle. I'm tired. The yellow light just adds a little. Definitely, it's definitely an air of safety. Especially when you're sitting on the road, on the side of the road, maybe doing something like changing truck tires, or tire chains on the truck, or taking them on, or taking them off, or putting them on. I am tired. I can't even talk right. It's a little added safety to have that roller up there spinning while you're on the side of the road. Laying under the truck to let people know that there's a stopped vehicle there before they rear-end it. I'm not saying that they try to do that per se, but people are people, and people get distracted, or they weave a little bit, and if your legs are hanging out the road just a hair and you get struck by a car, yeah, it doesn't take much, man, to fuck you up. We're coming up on the turn here. It's about 3 miles. I think it's a hair over 3 miles between where I start that Magnolia Road off of the Peak to Peak to the county road that I turn on. And yeah, here it is. It's a sharp right turn, basically a U-turn. They call this a hairpin turn, and I usually get the ass end loose right here, but it's a little tricky with the. There you go, a little bit. With that phone in my hand, I'm sort of watching the phone and the road at the same time, and that's probably not the safest way to do this, but it's the only way I have to do it right now. I don't have a mount that'll hold the phone and point it out the window. I suppose I should, or I could get one. I could probably rig one up the rearview mirror. I just I feel like handheld footage is a little more real. It's a little. Sometimes it's more stable, even though other times it's definitely more shaky. You know, the human body has a certain, like a shock absorber sort of characteristic to it. And, you know, I can sort of balance the phone out with the road a little bit. And ever since I said that, I've been unable to do it. So, yeah, just thinking about country music a little bit and thinking about my peeps. Oop, there's trees. These are big trees, man. These are big, hard trees. I've gotten loose on this road in the wintertime. I had a Jeep Cherokee up here before, and that thing would just do like a full donut, man. It would just do like spin like a top on this road, and it was not fun. You know, you guys start spinning on all 4 tires in a vehicle with 4-wheel drive. You just think, oh my God. I mean, you can't get control over anything if you got 4-wheel drive and you're spinning around in circles. But the Jeeps are very light. They're kind of top heavy, even though they are very light. And those big tires that I had on it just let that surface area be so spread out that there's not much, you know, keeping it stuck to the road, like traction-wise per square inch. Because the bigger tire, the bigger footprint lowers the you know, the pounds, the pressure per square inch. Decreases the larger the surface area, the area of contact is. Like a woman's high-heeled shoe has like 500 pounds per square inch on that high heel. Even though she only weighs 120 pounds, that high heel, because the surface area is so small, and she's standing on it with 120 pounds. If you were to measure that pressure on that one little heel, it's actually amplified. It's actually more pounds per square inch on that one little heel that she generates with gravity. So the opposite's true with a fat tire. You put a fatter tire on a vehicle and it spreads that surface area out and makes that traction or that pounds per square inch amount less, no matter what. It's just less, no matter what. Okay, we got an oncoming car. They look a little bit nervous with my yellow light. We're just going to keep rolling and ignore their nervousness because you know, it is what it is. And like I said, it's a safety concern. And once the light is on, you know, it just kind of looks a little silly to keep shutting it off all the time. And it would also interfere with the YouTube video that I'm trying to make, which is to show off the yellow light and run through the paces a little bit here. I'm going to turn the light on in here real quick just so I can verify my location of the button here. I've got the button. I'm going to shut it down for just a second, and I'm just going to shine the headlight. I'm just going to work the headlights here because we're going through a small town, very small town actually, known as Pine Cliff. I used to live here. You can actually see the light from the cabin that I installed. I'm slightly concerned about my ex-girlfriend. Not that there's anything I can do about it, or frankly, you know, to that extent, would do about it. Ergo, my ex-girlfriend. But it's still somebody I cared about at one point. And the last I heard from her, she was battling some sort of blood clot or something that had formed in her knee, that they were worried about it breaking free and causing her problems, possibly life-threatening ones. And you know, I had some some stuff going on with my real girlfriend at the time, and I don't know if anybody's ever had a girlfriend out there, but you start talking to one girl when you already have a girlfriend, and your present girlfriend, might wonder if maybe you'd rather be talking to somebody else. So always try to pay attention to your girlfriend. Always try to let your girlfriend know how much you care about her, because if you don't, because you can do some stuff that could be interpreted as you don't care how she feels, and you're not listening. And I think men are capable of that, even when they're trying to listen or trying to do the right thing. The male species has an uncanny ability to just screw it up. It doesn't really matter, it's not just your girlfriend or your wife. It's just that those are the people that you probably have some of the highest stakes on the table involved, and when they don't do what they just did to that bridge on repair, when they repaired it years ago and didn't get repaired like that, you don't really know. You don't really know what's up with the bridge. You don't really know why it's not repaired right. You don't really know what happened. It's certainly never good to fall asleep at the wheel. But if you ever do, try to have a gutter with you. Nothing keeps you awake better than a gutter guy getting you up the hill and talking smack while you're trying to drive. That'll keep you up. All right, we're in these turns here. I'm gonna let you go in a minute so I can actually pay attention to my driving. I do appreciate y'all watching the video, and this is the kind of video you can watch late at night when you're bored or trying to go to sleep or something like that, and you just want something silly to watch, or something that's not heavy duty content. You can close your eyes and ignore pretty much this whole conversation, this whole monologue that I've embarked on. Whoa, hey now, see, so I'm gonna hang up the phone here a second, and just zone out and get some sleep. So there you go. Enjoy the yellow flashy light. If you ever think to pick one up and put it on your work truck, I would recommend it. They are very handy, and I've even seen them on cars and stuff that are doing utility locates and things of that nature, because it's sort of an official capacity. You sort of elevate your vehicle to a semi-official capacity with the spinning construction light, and there's advantages actually. The light, at least in Colorado, reads specifically traffic that's not moving at the normal rate of speed, and my job, my life requires that I be motivated. I mean, it absolutely 100% requires that I am doing what I got to do. So anyways, thanks for watching, and the pleasure's mine. I'll try to make another video soon. I know it's kind of sporadic, my videos, and I know they're even the content is what do they call that? Little random content. But that was always my point. I have sort of a lot of randomness in my life, and I'm not necessarily proud of that. As a child, I didn't really know the difference. Or as a younger person, I really didn't mind the randomness. I met a lot of interesting people, and I've lived quite a few places, and I've sort of studied human behavior, and so random is kind of a thing. Random is real. Random is what people are sometimes, and chaos is a thing. So sometimes you just got to learn to live within it. You gotta learn to function within chaos, or become the order in the chaos that is around you. And people are pretty good at that. People take random things and organize them into all kinds of stuff. It's part of the art of creativity. Could be musical notes, could be beads on a necklace, could be bricks for a house. Once they're put in a certain order and stacked up in the shape of a house, it's a house. Prior to that, they're just bricks on a pallet. So, everything that's a little piece of something is a little piece of something bigger, and that's the nature of reality. So, enjoy your life, people. You only have one. Try to find someone you care about, and see if they care about you too, and look out for each other, because that's what life is all about. There's no other meaning to life other than taking care of the people that we care about, and that's it. That is the end all be all, and that might mean taking care of yourself, because you can't take care of your girlfriend, you can't take care of your wife, you won't be able to ever be there for your kids if you become so self-destructive and depressed and chaotic that you lose yourself. Okay, thank you, YouTube. Over now.